Welcome back to another episode of Cosmap Wrestling, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well throughout everything that is going on with our president even getting COVID-19. Let's just jump right into Monday Night Raw. Even though we missed last week, we are here with you guys this week. We will cover everything from beginning of the show to the end of the show.
Yeah, let's get right into it, Matt.
Raw opens up with the Viper, Randy Orton, cutting a promo explaining how he deserved to win that title shot at Clash of Champions, which he did not, and how Drew won't be lucky come this time around. Randy even brought up how he destroyed the Legends last week, teaching them lessons, sending a message straight to Ric Flair.
Yeah, man, looked pretty serious last week to close the show. Kevin Owens then comes down to the ring for the KO show, not even welcoming his guests, getting right into all the destruction that the Fiend Bray Wyatt has caused, telling him to get down to the ring right now.
Bray Wyatt the Fiend, even showed up, Bray Wyatt, I guess we could say, even showed up on the Firefly Funhouse, as later the Fiend was seen on the ramp. You remember, I think it was a few months ago on SmackDown when the Fiend was kind of toying with John Cena before their feud, and he was inside the arena.
Yeah, it could be something just like that.
Something like that happened with Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens went to attack the Fiend that he so-called saw.
And then out of nowhere, Aleister Black hits Black Mass on Kevin Owens. I mean, it was an insane segment for sure.
We then are seen by Adam Pearce backstage with the Monster Among Men as Braun Strowman tells him he's looking for a fight as he forces Pearce to find him a fight tonight. Pearce says he is not on Raw, he's on SmackDown, but he will try his best to find him an opponent later tonight until Keith Lee actually interrupts and says he accepts the challenge. So
hey, these two behemoths going at it. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that?
I guess Adam Pearce doesn't have any searching to do now.
Yeah, I mean, guess not.
After a quick commercial break, we actually then cut to the match as both men end the match in countout as they actually keep brawling nonstop outside of the ring as Keith Lee and Braun Strowman actually went through a table off of that staging area to end the segment.
The leader of the Hurt Business, I guess you could say, MVP, comes down to the ring explaining why they lost to Apollo Crews, Ricochet, and Mustafa Ali last week.
You know, MVP actually even offers them once more to join the Hurt Business, which Ali tells them they are not joining the Hurt Business. There was a second where Ali looked like he was actually about to join them, but I do like that plot twist where he just goes psych, and I don't see them joining anytime soon until what actually happens later on tonight with Ali is something not a lot of people would have thought would happen. Some people would have thought, but just tonight, nobody would have seen it happening.
Certainly a swerve.
We are then cut to a six-man tag team match with the Hurt Business facing off against Ali, Ricochet, and Apollo Crews.
Yeah, man, Bobby Lashley just completely dominated and destroyed everyone in this match, to be expected.
You know, Ricochet does finally make a tag to Apollo Crews as he just sends Shelton Benjamin flying onto the mat from just a brutal spinebuster. Lashley does get involved and then does send Ricochet down. Crews then goes for Shelton, but just gets absolutely wrecked. When I say wrecked, like, he gets thrown in midair and just...
Certainly hard hits tonight's Raw, for sure.
No, I can't disagree with you anymore. I think tonight's Raw has been one of the most action-packed Raw we have seen in a while. Some Raw does get a little bit boring here and there, but this one did have nonstop action, which I did like to see.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley ended up winning the match with that hurt lock, as he calls it, tapping out Apollo Crews.
We then cut backstage to Murphy alongside Rey Mysterio's daughter, Aaliyah, as Murphy is trying to apologize to Aaliyah, but Aaliyah tries to redeem him, saying that he is still needing to apologize to Seth Rollins, as Murphy just says he just does not know what's going to happen. Murphy just is in a drought. He doesn't know what to do.
He's in a hard place for sure.
Yeah, too bad. Poor Murphy. He has no idea what's going on, but I think he maybe has something going on with Aaliyah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Lucky man.
We then see Ali backstage with the Hurt Business. Ali saying if they try to beat him up, his buddies will be backstage waiting for him.
Out then comes the Monday Night Messiah just minutes before the apologize clock strikes 0. So throughout the night we were reminded that Buddy Murphy has until 10 o'clock to apologize to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, these two certainly have a frayed relationship, you could say that.
As Seth makes his way down to the ring, he calls out Murphy as Murphy does indeed come down to the ring with a microphone. Murphy does start clenching his fists. Seth starts to beg for an apology. He then later grabs Murphy by his beard, screaming at him, telling him to apologize, as Murphy just can't have it anymore and beats the holy hell out of his former disciple, or leader, Seth Rollins. And, I like this. They were battling outside like madmen throughout, throwing each other on barricades.
They can really use those kendo sticks like nobody's business. Jesus, man, whacking each other.
I think there's something going on. There's got to be something going with kendo sticks. It's Seth. He's taking beatings like a madman.
Like a champ. Seth goes for a kendo stick, but Murphy grabs it, absolutely destroying it, asking for an apology for Aaliyah.
Seth is then lying on the mat on his hands and knees, apologizes, but then goes for Murphy as he thinks he is done apologizing to Murphy, where Murphy is just going to stop beating him up until he then goes and rakes the eyes out of Buddy Murphy. It's like he's going for Murphy's eyes now instead of Rey Mysterio's, which I don't know what's going on with kendo sticks and eyes.
Is Murphy going to join the Mysterio family? What's going on?
I don't know, but then Seth does go outside of the ring for a chair as we then cut back to him going back inside the ring as Aaliyah is then holding on to Murphy, trying to save him from Seth, as then Rey Mysterio and Dominic and the wife, they all come down to the ring to take Aaliyah off of Murphy. What are you doing? He keeps saying to her as they walk backstage. Next up are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Nia and Shayna Baszler, to defend their titles against said Riot Squad. The only thing that I really liked in this match was how Shayna just destroys, Ruby Riot's arm. She puts it down and then she stomps her elbow right into the mat. I thought it was brutal. I thought this was the end of it. I thought she was going to actually get seriously injured. Maybe she's double jointed like Alexa Bliss. I don't know. But this is what I really enjoyed, and I enjoy Shayna just brutalizing somebody, and I love seeing it. After a quick altercation with Liv and Nia, Ruby Riot taps out from Shayna Baszler's Karamuda clutch, and still Nia and Shayna, your women's tag champions. We then cut to the Street Profits backstage as they condemn Randy Orton for what he did last week to the three legends. Drew then interrupts as the three men walk together before their tag team match later on tonight, as we then cut to the Hurt Business as MVP is then set to face Ali in a singles match. During this match, Bobby and Shelton then enter the ring to intimidate Ali as the Retribution team is then shown up on screen. They enter the arena. Ali looks like he was actually about to join the Hurt Business to help them fight off against Retribution. Ali then actually rolls out of the ring to T-Bar and Mace, looking like he was going to get beat up by them, just trying to leave the arena, get out of the fray, until he turns around, smiles at the Hurt Business, and tells T-Bar and Mace to attack, as they do, as Ali then enters the ring as all hell breaks loose, as the Hurt Business is just dismantled ringside, which I absolutely liked seeing, and Retribution just joins Ali inside the ring. Ali goes like this. Is Ali the member or leader of Retribution, which I think so, explains the hacking. I don't know what to make of it. I'm kind of happy. I think Ali's going to be a super huge star in this, and I can't wait to see what happens from here. But him as a leader, it's kind of underwhelming, but I'm happy to see.
Yeah, man, it's great to see Ali kind of get a push and be the leader of Retribution.
You know,
I can't wait to see what happens
I think
next.
he could be a great star, and it's underwhelming, but I'm kind of happy for him. It is main event time as Drew Mcyntire is teamed up with the Street Profits as they are set to face Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode,
and Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. I love Randy Orton.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I love Randy Orton, and just even last week, just what he did, Kyle, I just can't get over it. I think it was such well played out.
Yeah,
how can you ever hate Randy Orton? I don't know.
Heel or face, he plays either role fantastic for sure.
Montez Ford went flying over the top rope with a tope suicida onto Dolph and the glorious one, Bobby Roode. I thought the tables were turned here.
Yeah, until Drew Mcyntire gets hit with that RKO from Randy Orton.
Just like that, RKO out of nowhere. But before this actually happened, Drew just dismantled Dolph Ziggler and went for a Claymore. Dolph just went over the top rope. He just flew over the top rope. Let me just say, Dolph is the best seller in the business today.
Yeah, all these superstars worked really well together. It was a great main event match.
You know, I think it was a great close for the show just before their match at Hell in the Cell. Randy Orton just getting that redemption with an RKO.
Well, guys, that was it for this week's Monday Night Raw. Great to be back presenting Monday Night Raw for you guys. Let us know what you liked most about this week's Monday Night Raw. Always like, comment, and subscribe.
Have a good night, guys. Peace.
See ya.